pregame jitters. These guys getting all set for tip-off. Thanks for joining 2K Sports for NBA action this Sunday afternoon. I'm Brian Anderson. With me tonight, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Ali LaForce joining us courtside. And let's take a look at Boston's starting lineup. White and Brown are the wingmen. Then there's Peyton Pritchard, and it's Queta in at the 5. And for Detroit, Harris and Duren together in the middle. Cade and Ivy, they're the backcourt. And it's Thompson in at the 3. Still extremely early on, Grant. But talk about when coaches can tell if they've got it or not.
Well, unless you're a defending champion, a few games won't tell you much. What coaches are looking at now is how the players gel together and if they can produce consistent results.
White, the pass to Queta. Back to White. Jacks up a 3, and he buries his first look.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. It's a 3-point game. Harris finds Cunningham. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
And look at the lack of hesitation. Cade gets the ball and is confident he can make the shot.
Back to Pritchard. Pass to Minot. From the arc. The rebound by Detroit. All right, let's check in with Ali LaForce.
Well, JP Bickerstaff had a few moments to share with me. Coach showed nothing but respect for Derek White. He told me White is the ultimate glue guy. He's not worried about his stats. Instead, he fills in the gaps and does whatever is necessary to help his team win. He is truly an unselfish player. Back to you, BA.
All right, Ali, thanks once again. Minot pulls it in. For Boston, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Right side, Pritchard. Outside, Brown. Again, the miss by Boston.
Slow start, 1 of 4 to begin this game.
Pass to Ivy. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Harris on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. 3-pointer off the mark.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks for range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Who poked away and stolen by Cunningham. To the paint. Here's Ivy. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham. Ivy's got his second basket.
Just finding room to go to work inside. Ivy really relies on his physical abilities to get a close-range shot.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And here's a look at the top shooters last season. No wasted chances among this group. Jalen Duren is second.
So consistent from the floor. He shot it at a great clip last season.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. You know, for a team that's had deep playoff runs almost every year recently, the Celtics fell short last season, RJ.
Well, injuries and other factors played into that. But there's so much parity in the NBA right now. There is no team invincible come playoff time.
Thompson's shot is off. Celtics trail by 3. It's Brown on the wing. White with a screen on Ivy. Here's Brown. Pritchard from outside. The Pistons clear it. Here's Cunningham. And Cunningham throws it down.
The ferocious finish. Love watching Cunningham use his size and athleticism on the drive.
Outside, Brown. Pass to White. Nice ball movement by Boston. Again, the miss by Boston. And here's Detroit. Good momentum. 8 straight points. Cunningham with the ball. Pritchard picks him up. Here's Harris. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham. Cunningham's got 3 assists in the game.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Pass to Pritchard. Back to Brown. Clock at 6. Shoots over Thompson. White for 3. The rebound by Detroit. Ivy outside. Duran with a screen on White. Ivy, left side. Minot pulls it in. And Brown has got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. They trail by 7. Here's Queta, hounded by Harris. Pritchard from outside. Duran with a rebound. Duran's got 4 rebounds now. Back to Cunningham. Duran, the pass to Ivy. From deep three-point land. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
Detroit with the ball. They've got a 10-0 run going. Offensive board. Duran. And he buries his first look.
You have to put a body on Duran. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
Pass to White. Three-pointer. Again, the miss by Boston. Detroit leading by 9. Cunningham passes to Duran. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
And here's Brown for 3. Connects from downtown.
Once a weakness in Brown's arsenal, now he's a legitimate threat to burn you from deep.
Thompson outside. And Cunningham throws it down.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
It also allows them to play inside out, which will make them even more difficult to defend.
Pass to Brown. From downtown. Queta no good.
No question who's in control of the board so far.
Ivy passes to Harris. Yes, it's good. And now it's a 12-point Pistons lead.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Outside White. Pass to Queta. Now here's Pritchard. Puts up a 3. And it's Harris with the rebound. Cunningham looking it over. Let's go with a 3. And Pritchard pulls it down. Celtics trail by 12. When you think about the skill of Cade Cunningham, Grant, at his height, what a combination.
You know, B.A., whether it's scoring inside or seeing over the defense or just beasting on smaller guards, his 6'6" frame is certainly an advantage.
Here's Ivy, following the 3 by Boston. Inside, here's Duran. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Duran's gotten all 3 of his shots to fall. 3 for 3. Outside, Brown. Duran with a steal. And here's Thompson. No points yet. For 3, here's Harris. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists now in this one. Celtics trail by 14. Pass to Keita. 4-3. And Ivy pulls it down.
Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
Cunningham against Pritchard. Fires for 3. Minot can't get it to go. The Pistons lead by 14. Pass to Ivy. And here's Duran. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Duran's got 8.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Here's Minot. His last outing, he had 18 points. 2 open that time. Made it look easy.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Pass to Thompson. He tries for 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Knicks.
It was poor efficiency scoring the ball. They needed too many attempts to get their points.
Yeah, it looked like they were settling out there, not moving the ball enough to generate the type of shots that they wanted.
And it's Detroit with the ball, following the bucket by Boston. Outside Pritchard. Pass to Minot. Back to Pritchard. Nice ball movement by Boston. White for 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
And so Thompson will bring it up for the Pistons. They're leading by 8. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule. They lost to the Rockets.
They had a tough time beyond the arc. A lot of their possessions ended in missed threes.
They were bricking, they were missing, they were airballing, they were doing everything. Brutal night shooting for them when they couldn't even hit the broadside of a barn. They couldn't hit the ocean if they fell out of a boat. Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break a mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
Blocked! Pritchard, the pass to Brown. Back to Pritchard. Pass to Brown. Here's Minot. White for 3. Got it. Makes him 4 for 6 from the floor.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
There's Cunningham with a 3. And the Pistons, another 3.
You want to know why they're winning? It's because of his play offensively.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Minot. Back to Brown. Now Pritchard. 5 to shoot. There's the 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons, finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the Pistons?
So far, they've shown a terrific work ethic in transition, pushing the pace whenever possible and getting out ahead of the defense to score.
Yeah, and also a great job hustling on turnovers and turning them into points. Defense creating offense so far in this one.
We've got Holland. Karis LeVert is out there with Marcus Sasser. Then there's Jalen Duran, and it's Beasley in at the 3 slot. That's the group for Detroit right now. Beasley outside. And again, it's Detroit converting.
pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Back to Hauser. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. Hauser's gotten his first points in this one. Pass to Holland. Back to Sasser. Fires from deep. Simons with a rebound. Celtics trail by 11. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Thanks. Well, the Detroit Pistons looking to build on last season's breakthrough. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said Cade Cunningham's leadership makes his job easier. And all that aside, Bickerstaff said their fierce style is key, adding win or lose, we win the fight.
Not a team to be taken lightly. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. From deep, LeVert with a rebound.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
And here's Duren for three. They get it back. Another shot. Misfires there. 4 for 6 in the game now. To the middle. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Duren. And always interesting to look back at last season. These were the NBA's best transition teams. The Pistons second.
You know, it really made for some exciting games the way this team ran the floor, always maintaining impressive energy in transition.
The first free throw is good. Well, Grant, as more and more teams look to get up and down, you think that lends itself to going deeper down the roster?
Oh, definitely, B.A. Also, with the G League and bigger coaching staffs enabling end-of-the-bench guys to get more reps, it helps them stay ready when their number is called.
And he can't hit the second. And Grant, the Achilles tear for Jason Tatum, derailing the Celtics' attempt to defend their 2024 title.
Yeah, so hard to overcome losing your best player. Thankfully, this team has the depth to remain competitive in his absence.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. The Pistons are improving on both ends, but particularly on defense. Cade Cunningham said, everybody is stepping up on that end and taking the challenge to guard. We have a good system that allows us all to play our strengths. We're still hungry, though. We're not satisfied at all. Back to you guys.
More to prove. Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. And here's LeVert for three. Knocks down the long J. LeVert's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Pass to Simons. Puts up a three. Pure from three-point range.
Let's just say this hasn't been his quarter. Yeah, he's shooting 20% in it so far.
Holland for three. Boston pulls it in.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Outside for Boucher. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Pass to Sasser. Now here's Duren. Takes a three. Hauser grabs the board. Now Simons. Again Boston.
Yeah, such an assertive shooter. Simons has his feet planted and just hits it.
Pass to Duren. And here's LeVert for three. That one misses. He's 1 for 3. Celtics trail by 10. Hauser, that's good. Hauser's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's what speed and agility will do for you. Big time play.
Pass to Holland. Here's LeVert, defended by Hauser. Now Beasley lets it go from deep. Garza grabs the board.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And the basket by Boucher.
Love to see him inside passing like this, as well as guys being on the same page.
The Pistons lead by 6. And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Tobias Harris checked in for Duran. To snap the cold streak. Sasser can't hit. And it's Simons with the ball for the Boston Celtics. 6-point game. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Pelicans at Smoothie King Center in New Orleans. That'll be the back end of a 3-game road trip. Sasser can't hit. The Celtics have gotten 5 of their first 11 shots to fall here in the second quarter. And they'll get another chance. Count it. Garza's got his first points of the game. The Pistons lead by 4. Sasser outside. Pass to Harris. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Still fills it up. Harris is a force on both sides of the ball.
Simons passes to Hauser. Shoots from the elbow. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good.
Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
Well, Detroit's shooting only 31% in the second quarter of this one. Pass to Holland for 3. Boston pulls it in. Garza's got 4 rebounds now. Hauser outside. Boucher outside. Drains the triple. Boucher's got 5.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
And here's LeVert for 3. Shireman grabs a board. For Boston, they've gone 8 of 15 in the second. Here's Garza. And again, Boston with the triple.
That scoreless first quarter, that might have woke him up, and he's turned it on here in the second.
Here's Sasser. He's got 5. Pass to Harris. The fadeaway. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
And he's always been a mid-range specialist. Harris has a great sense of when to take those pull-ups.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. So for the Pistons, Thompson, he's checked in for Beasley. Ivy comes in for LeVert. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Sasser. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Cadis checked in for Garza. Minot comes in for Boucher. Jaylen Brown, he's checked in for Hauser. And Pritchard is subbed in for Shireman. Pass to Brown. Here's Minot. 4 on the clock. No good with the triple. Down low. Holland. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham. Cunningham's got 5 assists in the game.
And what a read there from Cunningham, showing he has vision and timing with his passes.
The Pistons leading. And with Jaylen Brown on the wing, he feels like any given night he has the advantage in his matchup.
He's either too fast for the big guys or too strong for the small guys. That's the problem. He is a handful on both ends of the floor also.
Boston again missing.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
Detroit moving the ball around. The 3 from Thompson. He drops it from range. Now it's a 7-point Detroit lead.
And they're winning and playing with great confidence, but they need to be more efficient with those 3-pointers.
Pritchard, the pass to Simons. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Simons got 8 here in this quarter.
That's how you up the ante. come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Takes the three, buries it from three. And it's now only a 1-point Detroit lead.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
And there's the foul. It's on Anthony Simons. That's his first foul. And the Celtics making a change here. White's checked in. Harris finds Ivy. Harris, a screen on White. Back to Harris from outside the arc. It's hauled in by White.
And after connecting twice from deep in the first quarter, he hasn't been able to drain another here in the second.
The three. They get the rebound. Three-pointer Pritchard. And he misses. Only 2 for 6.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes. Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. Outside, Brown. Here's Minot. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie.
You cannot play worse offensively, although he's trying. And he hasn't made one shot yet. I feel for him.
Yeah, what a dish right there. I mean, Ivy anticipated the open man and executed.
Outside White. Pass to Queta. There's 49 seconds left in the first half. Sinks it from distance. Pritchard's got 9.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Holland. For 3, here's Harris. That won't go, making him 7 for 10 now. They are so close to taking the lead.
This is one of those games where momentum is key.
And here's Brown for 3. Detroit with a rebound. Thompson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Harris. Back to Thompson. Ivy outside. Now Cunningham. 2 on the clock. He's off on that one. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. The Pistons on top. They lead by a bucket. Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Jalen, a strong defensive effort thus far. What do you guys need to improve on in the second half?
Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break. Ready for the third quarter.
Hey there, everyone. This game has been a real showcase for Tobias Harris so far.
He's feeling it, exploiting the gaps in the defense, getting high percentage looks.
Defensively, you have to find a way to seal those gaps because he's making it look too easy.
And next up, a look at the top performers for each team in that first half.
When you've got 2 great players going at it like this, buckle up. It's an adventure. I'm telling you, I think the second half, one will emerge as the top dog. Roof, roof.
Roof, roof.
2 big dogs at the top of the food chain going at it here.
Roof, roof, roof.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Boy, you look at Tobias Harris in this game, he's been everywhere.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Well, the Pistons shooting at a 48% clip from the floor. On the floor for Boston. Their backcourt, Pritchard and White. Then it's Jaylen Brown, and it's Minot in at the power forward position. Counted from distance.
And something Ivy continues to improve. He's becoming a real threat from downtown.
White for 3. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Harris outside. There's the triple. Another three for Detroit.
How's that for a response? Harris, a guy you love having on your team.
It's Brown on the wing. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Well, you need a real big-time star to win in this league. And Grant, the Pistons have that in Cade Cunningham.
Oh my, B.A. It took until year 4 for him to really break through. Already a player who can impact the game in so many ways, but when his numbers go up across the board, that's doing something special.
White for three. He can't get that one to fall. Ivy with the defensive effort. To the middle. Here's Harris. And Harris throws it down.
For now, over a decade, Harris has been getting buckets in this league. Another big night for Tobias.
White for three. Duren with a rebound. Duren's got 8 rebounds in the game.
And they have been cold coming out of the break. Only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
Pass to Minot. Here's White. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. White's got 16 points now.
Well, I guess we could give him credit for not getting discouraged. They're still playing hard. He's doing his job out there.
Thompson, no good. Celtics trail by 9. And he lobs it up to the rim. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Harris.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Garza's checked in for Boston. Hauser comes in for Minot. And now looking at the 2K leaderboard. Here's a view of which teams last year got after it with their shot blocking. 5th on the list, the Celtics.
They had the bodies and the energy needed to be a strong defensive team, and they made it hard for opponents to do damage.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Thompson's shot is off. And so Brown will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They trail by 9. Again, the miss by Boston.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Duren, that falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. And that's 12 points for Jalen Duren.
They're going to work inside. I like how confident Jalen is from this area.
Hauser outside. Pass to Brown. Three-pointer, no good.
They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
Flushing it home. Cunningham finishing it off.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by. He just keeps firing from distance. I know he's trying to heat up, but at what cost?
Thompson with a screen. And here's Cunningham outside. Good. And that makes him 6 for 9. A quality game for him so far.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
To end the run. And there's White. That's good on the assist by Pritchard. White's got 8 points in the quarter.
And another one. That's 5 total threes on the night from him so far.
Harris's shot is good.
And now with 2 3-pointers in each half, he's really doing his all to help his team out from deep.
Celtics trail by 16. White with it. He's got 19. Duren with a rebound. Duran's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass. Just imagine if he was shooting better. The lead would be even bigger.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, Jaylen Brown is rounding out his game in all facets. He said, I've definitely worked on my playmaking, just being able to see the floor, making great reads, creating for my teammates, and putting pressure on the defense. Brian, back to you.
Allie, thanks for the report. Duran, no good. And for the Celtics, they're shooting just about 33% since this second half started. Grant, the thing about Jaylen Brown, he doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off.
You know, B.A., he has a quick release and rises high on his jumper. Has a great up fake and can stop on a dime. Usually all the space he needs to find his shot.
Back to Cunningham. And here's Thompson for three. And Pritchard pulls it down.
I'll tell you what, we know he's been struggling tonight, but his teammates have pitched in big time.
Here's Cunningham. And Cunningham running the floor.
Yeah, strong player mentally. Cunningham showing the physical strength on that play.
White looking it over to the paint. Here's Garza. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Oh, he's been doing all he can to keep this competitive, but he needs some support.
Back to Cunningham. Ivy outside. Sinks the tray. Ivy's got 10 points in the game.
Hot off the pass, Ivy has a shot up. No time to waste when you've got a pro-level defense coming at you.
Back to Pritchard. Nice ball movement by Boston. Pass to White. Launches a three. The rebound by Detroit. Cunningham's got his 6th rebound on the night.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
And the dunk by Duran.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Celtics trail by 16. Outside White. Pass to Pritchard. Let's go with a three. Offensive rebound. Celtics. Got it. White's got 21 points in the game.
Hey, he's doing whatever he can right now to pump up his teammates.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. And some changes here for Detroit. Holland, he's checked in for Duran. Beasley comes in for Thompson. And Karis LeVert is subbed in for Ivy. Boston also changing it up. Boucher's checked in for Garza. Shireman comes in for Jaylen Brown. And Anthony Simons subbed in for White. And it's Cunningham missing.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Pritchard, the pass to Simons. Shoots over Beasley. And that one comes up a bit short. The Pistons lead by 14. Harris with it. And it's Boucher picking him up. Back to Harris. Here's Cunningham. And the shot is good. Harris making the play. Harris has got 3 assists now in this one. And so it's Pritchard who brings up the ball for Boston. Right wing. Launches it. And the basket by Shireman.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
LeVert passes to Harris. Now here's Cunningham. Defended by Pritchard. Beasley for 3. Hits a three-pointer. Beasley's got 5 now.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Pass to Shireman. The 3 is up. And again, Boston with the triple.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Harris finds Cunningham. Lets it fly. And there's another one for the Pistons.
They are shooting the lights out and doing a good job of maintaining this lead.
Hauser outside. There's Simons with a 3, and that basket makes him 5 for 10. Steady production so far.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
LeVert passes to Harris. And here's Cunningham. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The drive by Simons. Three-pointer Pritchard. And the Celtics another three.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Cunningham with the ball. Pritchard picks him up. Pass to Harris. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Harris has got 12 points in just the second half. 59 seconds left in the third. Hauser outside. Back to Pritchard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Off the mark there with a three. The Pistons lead by 11. Pass to Harris. Banked it in off the glass. Harris has got 30 points.
They've toned down their three-point attack in the second half, looking to protect the lead with higher percentage shots.
No coverage that time.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Cunningham outside. Pass to LeVert. Fires the three. That shot is off. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Pistons on top. They're up by 10. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And just a selfless decision from your two-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
We talk a lot about playing for one another. Right there with the pass, he's demonstrated what it means to do exactly this.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Cade and Ivy, they're the backcourt. Thompson out there with Malik Beasley. And it's Duren in at the 5, down low. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. The three from Thompson. The rebound, Celtics. Cade has got his 5th rebound in this one.
The perimeter game has failed him thus far. Hit 1 from range in the first half, but nothing since.
Here's Minot. Nails it from 3. Minot's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
And far from the best shot, but all that matters is the end result. Somehow he sinks it.
Duren finds Cunningham. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, BA. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028.
That one's off.
You've got to admire the all-around capability of Cunningham. Can impact a game in so many ways.
And the second free throw is good. And last season, the Pistons became the first team ever to triple their win total from the previous campaign.
Yeah, going from the worst record in the association in 2024 to a playoff team in 2025. And now they look to just keep on rising.
Thompson outside. Off target with the 3.
You know what? He's got to look to get other guys involved. The three-point stroke is off.
Inside, here's Keita, and he goes in for the dunk.
Yeah, when you put Simons in that pick and roll action, it puts major pressure on the defense.
Beasley outside. Detroit moving the ball around. Pass to Cunningham. Jacks up a 3. And again, no good by Detroit. Celtics trail by 6. And he's going for the oop. Oh! That was unbelievable!
Wow.
Now that is a finish for the ages.
Ivy outside. Now here's Beasley. And here's Thompson for three. Simons with a rebound.
Got to find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not going to get it.
Minot can't get it to go.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Pass to Cunningham. Cash from Cunningham on the three ball.
His third triple of the game. A little more success from out there in the second half.
Here's Simons. From the arc. The rebound by Detroit. Duran's got rebound number 11. And here's Cunningham. Thompson outside. And out of bounds. Boston will have it. All right, let's see what Detroit has coming up. On Monday, they'll be matching up with Darius Garland and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Wednesday, they'll go up against Franz Wagner and the Orlando Magic.
And for their matchup with the Mavericks, that one will mark game number 6 for them in the NBA season. We'll see if there are any adjustments between now and then to the rotation.
And the Pistons making a change here. Sasser's checked in. The Celtics also with a sub. Derek White's checked in for Shireman. Pass to Simons. Boston again missing.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
Thompson passes to Duran. Now here's Ivy. Fires the three. Count it. Now 5 of 11 for the game.
He's looked like a totally different player in the second half. That's his third triple.
Outside White. Pass to Simons. The three is up. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
White, the pass to Simons. Drills it from deep. Simons got 9 points here in the second half.
He's just showing off tonight. Simons, an explosive scorer with great energy.
And Detroit another three.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Minot can't get it to go.
Even though it didn't go down, they'll take that shot every time.
And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. A 12-point game. Pass to Simons. Beyond the arc. Gets the three to fall. Simons has got 23 points.
And his perimeter shooting might be the key to trimming their deficit.
Absolutely, and they have to continue to go to him.
Back to Sasser. Lets the three fly. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 6 assists in the game. Here's White. Outside, Brown. Pass to Simons. Here's the three. And again, Boston with the triple.
His points are really adding up from the three-point line. He had 9 from distance in the first half, and he's only getting better.
Duran, the pass to Beasley. Now Thompson. Hey, from beyond the arc. Kept alive. Ivy. And a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
It's like he needed that halftime break to gather himself. Now he's starting to get his confidence back here.
Outside, Brown. Pass to Simons. Three-pointer. The Pistons clear it. At one point, they led by 16. Here's Thompson. Beasley outside. Three-pointer. Here's Duran. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Yeah, as of right now, Jalen Duran kind of seems like a classic big man. He can block, he can rebound, and he really focuses on finding close-range looks.
The free throw drops for Duran. You know, one of the ideas that's been thrown around for the All-Star festivities, a one-on-one tournament with $1 million prize on the line, RJ.
That is amazing when you think about that number, but players are making $75, $80 million a season. Ultimately, that's got to come from within, the want to compete against the best on the biggest stage.
Celtics trail by 13. And Brown with the stuff.
Such a great athlete, an elite athlete. JB is at his best, in my opinion, when he is attacking the rim.
Again, the miss by the Pistons. The Celtics have gone 7 for 15 in the fourth. Out left to the wing. The three ball. And Cunningham pulls it down. Cunningham's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Thompson. And here's Duren. Harris outside. No good on the three. Simons against Cunningham. Simons passes to White. Here's Minot. Here's Keita. From down in the low post, it goes. Keita's got 6 points in the quarter.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Duren, no good. Celtics trail by 9. Outside, Brown. Here's White. The shot no good. Good D by Duren. 3 on 3. And the dunk by Duren.
He is ferocious on alley-oops. With his good hands and wingspan, Duren makes for an easy target on the lob.
Simons passes to Brown. From behind the arc. Downtown, Jaylen Brown.
His first 3 of the half. That gives him 9 total points from beyond the arc so far.
Cunningham passes to Harris. Puts up the tray. Brown pulls down the board.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Knocks down the trifecta.
And he has been on fire this quarter in terms of his scoring. Hopefully, that fire spreads to his other guys and they can rally.
Cunningham can't get the 3.
They've been grabbing rebounds all game long.
Thompson against Brown. Yes, sir! Bank it in the layup.
Can't ask for a better look when they needed it most. Using his height advantage inside.
Outside Harris. Beyond the arc. Oh, the offensive board. Pistons. Let's loose for 3. Duren. Oh, the stuff.
What an injection of energy from Duren. Working hard to find points for his team.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. Clearly, there's no doubt in the coach's mind. He told his guys, look, we're in this. All it takes is a couple of stops and a couple of buckets. It's yours for the taking. Now go out there and take it. I like his confidence. Guys?
Thank you for that, Allie. Simons against Thompson. Brown! The 3 is off.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
Now Cunningham. Thompson outside. Harris fires. The 3 is in.
You can just see how decisive Harris is, effective at catching passes and just firing it quickly.
Celtics trail by 8. There's 1:12 left in the fourth quarter. Takes a 3.
You know, not the smartest play a defender can make there.
And the first of 3, missing that time. That's a tough one to miss. He's got 2 more chances now.
Brown, now an elite scorer in this league, really does it all.
Pritchard's checked in for Simons. He makes the second free throw, and that narrows the gap to 7. And he nails the third.
In their position, they really need to cash in on every chance at the line.
Pritchard against Cunningham. Lasar Thompson. Oh, the long ball, no good.
Another missed three, and he seems determined to shoot his way out of it.
Brown with it. Now Thompson defending. Duran pulls it down.
Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop him getting in the lane like that.
And now we've got an intentional foul. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. And he's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so Brown will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Here's Pritchard, fires the three. Ooh, the shot misses. It's an even 3-on-3 break. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock.
And Jalen is just taking over in this one. This is how lethal of a player he can be.
Boston on offense.
And just not enough time for them to get back in this game.
Yeah, they got to be disappointed with this result.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point ball game. And Boston calls time here. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Trying to extend this one, but it seems futile.
With timeouts, it's use them or lose them, so why not go down fighting?
Pritchard fires, and he nails it. And so they foul intentionally. The first one, and that increases the lead to 6. And so he drops them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Huge free throws there to pad the lead, trying to close that door.
So it's Detroit picking up the win. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
Yeah, get the coffee, because that's the way to close. You're going to face some obstacles in the game, but they overcame every one.
All right, let's go courtside to Allie LaForce with our player of the game. Allie, it's all yours.
Tobias, congratulations on the win. Do you sense this team is building good chemistry?
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing, is us continuing to find our identity.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to